Your information station. I'm Tim Zalabak, your host. Thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. In studio, we're joined by Linda Allen, Executive Director, Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. We have Andrew Shelby as well, Manager of Field Operations over at Sparklight, Ghost Pepper sponsor at Chili Fest. So good to have you guys back in studio today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it. Chili Fest. We're going to be doing a little post-game coverage of that Chili Fest. But Andrew, your second year out there and as a Ghost Pepper sponsor, tell me your experience just from at the booth and just walking around that square.
Oh, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was great interacting with members of the community, both here locally, and then Chili Fest. It brings everybody together from surrounding communities as well. So it was great to interact with other residents, in different communities, and some that Sparklight services as well. So it was great to interact with customers, potential customers, and just be out there amongst the people. It was great.
Absolutely. I described your setup out there. It looked like a pretty involved setup. You had screens, you had things to show people out there.
Yeah, we had our TV that was streaming a football game off of our Sparklight TV service. The Wi-Fi coverage for the whole Chili Fest event was our Wi-Fi service that we can deliver in home or in business too. So we had multiple vendors come up and praise us for the quality HSD service we offered for them. So it was a great event. It was a big success, and really hope in the future we can continue this.
Absolutely. Streaming the football games will attract a crowd in and of itself there.
Yeah, exactly.
While you got them, let them know about the services.
Exactly.
That's a perfect thing.
I wonder what game was playing that day.
Some college football.
It was college, yeah. I don't remember the games that well.
All right, well. Anyway, got people over to Sparklight, and I'm glad you had the attention that you guys were looking for out there. Linda, I mean, we've talked about Chili Fest ad nauseum right here, and of course, Ghost Pepper sponsor, but great to have Sparklight.
It was great to have. And working with them up until the moment that we went live was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts behind the scenes, and then let's just say when you go live and you're at the event, we were just talking about how many times that our paths might have crossed up there, and that's just how that works. And then I caught him at some point outside the chili judging, and he looked very excited to go in there. So I just left him alone. I went the other way.
Very warranted excitement there.
Yeah, exactly. And the one thing I want to discredit is our talented associates. I mean, they all, we had a schedule kind of for, different ones to come work, the event both Saturday and Sunday. And kudos to them. They all did an outstanding job interacting with customers, helping them out, and, hopefully, gain some customers as well, too, with that event. So.
Got to highlight the staff there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Glad you had the team.
And,
working Saturday, Sunday might be tough, but it's easier when it's Chili Fest type event and you're out there amongst the great community and travelers, like you mentioned there. And we just heard that you, Andrew Shelby, were one of the chili judges. Is that right?
That's correct. I actually judged a couple of the events, and it was a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot more difficult than it might seem. I mean, it's everyone that can participates in that event is just they deliver outstanding. I mean, it's great chili. I mean, great. That's awesome. Can't say enough good things about them. And it's just it's a lot harder though to judge than you think.
Speak to that difficulty. What makes it hard?
Well, it's funny. You can kind of gauge which one you like the most as your favorite, but it's just the second and third because they're all so good. It's like how am I going to say this one's second best to this one? So that's to me the hardest part. I can find my favorite, but then after that, that's where it gets difficult.
Yeah, you think in your daily life you don't try 3 variations of one thing. You're not really testing things out.
And then saying which one is the best. That is so hard.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Linda, you ever judge chili out there?
I got called on a Sunday to a cook-off. I was in the middle of doing laundry, and they said we need judges, and I was like, and I didn't think I could do it. And they said come, so I did. And you have to clean your palate in between each taste. There's different things you have to. I had somebody kind of coach me on how to do it, like select your top 5, narrow it down to your top 2, then you got to pick one, and that's hard. But the thing they didn't tell me was to take little bites. And I was miserably full. So I encourage everyone when we're recruiting, I'm like, don't forget to take little bites.
Little bites, yeah, that's the name of the game.
Everyone was amazing. It's so hard.
Amazing. Well, I'm so glad Chili Fest went off without a hitch. We can probably talk a little bit more about that back half here. Andrew Shelby, a little bit more on Sparklight here. I mean, what kind of information were we getting out to people, and what kind of information did you want to get out to people today?
Well, I wanted to tell the listeners today that we actually just launched a My Sparklight mobile app for our customers for business and residential. It's a great tool that you can use, essentially, if you need to manage your account, you can view and pay your bill online. There's, click to call assistance where you can basically, if you have tech support, it's right there in the palm of your hands. You don't have to look up the phone number or anything like that. There's different, FAQ troubleshooting, tips that you can kind of do online. So to help optimize your system, or if you're, something you can maybe fix on your own. And then there's also like way to do a system health check too. So if, maybe you do need to roll a technician to come out, and you have that kind of in the palm of your hands to kind of gauge, where, your problems lies. And then it's just a great tool to have. You can do your own speed test through the app. I mean, it's,
Cool.
really encourage our, existing and new customers to download that and, get that, for their customer experience with us. So.
Absolutely.
Pretty
Sparklight
cool.
mobile app. This is a new thing. You're kind of rolling this out right now.
Exactly. Yeah, you can sign in. I got it on my my personal phone. I mean, it's a great tool.
Very awesome. If you have Sparklight out there and you go with username, password, is there a way you're going to be able to connect like your personal identification to make sure you can easily get to your account through Sparklight?
Yes.
Is that making sense?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. You can. Yeah, you got to basically authenticate to get to your account, and then store it on your phone. However,
Through email or something that
Yeah,
you
your
used
username,
Sparklight with before.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You mentioned some really cool features in that speed testing
Mhm.
and then checking your things out. I mean, this could have you help out yourself here and not have a technician come out even before calling in the Sparklight.
Exactly. Yeah. And like I said too, like it does the like a home health check. Basically, when our technicians come out to troubleshoot, they have a signal meter that they can do different analytics to.
Yeah.
This kind of has a little bit of that bundled into it, and it just kind of helps gauge if you might need some assistance here from one of our technicians, or if there's maybe other factors going on. So it's a great tool to have, and we really encourage all of our existing and new customers to get it for sure.
Absolutely. And I know, does Sparklight have a monthly automatic payment system?
Yes, correct.
Cool.
Yeah, and you'll be able to view and pay your bill there, and then make your payments that way.
You
So
can check in on your bill through the app.
Exactly.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Usually you get the notification and it's already been paid, and it'll be interesting to know how much you've been using. Can you dictate how much Wi-Fi you use in your home? Is it usually pretty standard?
It does have a data usage monitor
Cool.
on there too, so it does have that as well. So
Thought of everything.
Yeah.
Sparklight mobile app. Anything else we need to know? Can we call in to Sparklight if we need
yeah,
help?
absolutely. Yeah, you can
that's
call in. There's even chat options too.
Cool.
So it really just depends on if you need to reach us. There's different ways to do it. We're
Absolutely.
like we say, we're always working for you.
Absolutely. You have a phone number off the top of your head we can call, or we can find it online, of course.
Yeah, man, these days it's so hard to remember phone
Find it
numbers.
online, guys. Look up Sparklight Taylorville on
Or
Google.
if you look up in the App Store, Apple App Store, or the Google Play, you can find our app too.
Perfect. All right, Sparklight mobile app. We're very excited and happy to have that over the airwaves here. And that nice announcement right there. Andrew Shelby, Director of Field Operations over at Sparklight. Linda Allen, we have a minute left in this first segment here. Any final wrap-up words? I mean, it's great to have Sparklight involved in
I found
all
your
this.
phone number.
Oh, please.
Okay. Looks like it says 866. Oh, this is such little writing. 693-3289. But don't quote me.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, you Google Sparklight on
Google
Taylorville.
Sparklight.
And then you,
Yeah, no, I think Chili Fest was amazing. The weather was amazing. The people were amazing. Everyone that came was amazing. I know we do this every year, but it is our blood, sweat, and tears.
Yes.
Like it is a lot to pull off, and we're almost dead for that whole next week. But
Wow.
we're coming back.
And that was the 39th year
was the 39th.
right there. And, you could have told me it was the 40th year and I would have believed you. So, I mean, can we expect bigger, brighter for the 40th, Linda?
Always.
Oh, my
Yes,
goodness,
we got
we're-
some
we're-
surprises.
we're so
some fun
excited.
things going on.
Amazing. We got to take ourselves a break here. We have Linda Allen, Executive Director of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce in studio alongside Andrew Shelby, Manager of Field Operations over at Sparklight in Taylorville. I'm Tim Zalabak, your host, and thanks so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better. With Landmark, we're live on Facebook, Taylorville Daily News, and on YouTube at WTIM TV. We'll be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
Are you passionate about making a difference in the lives of children? This is Amanda Miller, the Director of Human Resources at Kimmer Village.
We are hiring residential techs now to join our dedicated team. This is Shala Snagel, Executive Director of Kimmer Village. Residential techs support and care for youth in our program.
We're looking for compassionate individuals ready to inspire and uplift. We offer an amazing benefits package and great starting pay. If you're ready to make an impact, apply today at kimmervillage.org.
Find out all the great things happening in the Pana area on the WTIM Pana Morning Show, Tuesdays from 8:40 till 10. You'll hear interviews with Pana area community, nonprofit, and business leaders each week. The WTIM Pana Morning Show is brought to you by these sponsors.
Our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Your Pana Save-A-Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, and Locked and Loaded Limited.
Brian Barnhart here, the voice of the Fighting Illini, inviting Illini Nation to listen for Fighting Illini sports this season on New Country 104.1. From every kickoff during football season to the closing horn of every basketball game, you'll hear them in Christian County and surrounding area on your home for Fighting Illini sports, New Country 104.1. Follow the orange and blue and go Illini.
Brought to you by Prairie Farms Dairy, Bob Ridings Pana, Aaron's Rent to Own, and Adam Jeffrey with Craig's Realtors, both in Taylorville.
People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, are proud to continue their long-standing sponsorship of honoring Taylorville High School Students of the Month on WTIM's many platforms on AM, FM, and streamed online, and on WMKR Genuine Country 94.3.
Hi, my name is Tuff Prezoon. I am the freshman student of the month here at Taylorville High School. My parents are David and Jenny Prezoon. I am part of the FFA and football team. My interests include football, farming, fishing, hunting, and trucking. I want to be a farmer or a trucker in the future. Intro to Ag and Ag Bio are my favorite academics here at Taylorville High School. I play right guard for the offensive line here at Taylorville.
People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, salutes these great Taylorville High School students on this honor and wish them the best in their future. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Perry Stanfa here, owner of Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville. If you're a trucker, you know you gotta keep your rig on the road. Let our certified techs using the latest software keep you on the road. Click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com and let us work for you.
SIU Family Medicine wants the best health for you and your family. Be a champion. Protect your loved ones. The SIU Center for Family Medicine of Taylorville is accepting new patients. Click their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com to schedule your appointment.
Your information station, WTIM.
We are back on this WTIM morning show with Linda Allen, Executive Director, Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. We also have Andrew Shelby in studio, Manager of Field Operations over at Sparklight. Thanks so much. Live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, in Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. Linda Allen, let's have a little chamber chat right now. What do you want to start with? You have a beautiful book.
I got
right
a really
in front of you
beautiful
right there.
book here. So we have this new community, it's a community guide.
Yeah.
It can replace the city directory, which we always worked with CEI for as long as I've been there and way before me. But they decided to amp up the way that they do things.
Cool.
So they're partnering with chambers all across the nation. We're producing these books. These are free to the public. We have them at the chamber. There's many different options to advertise in here. There's many listings in here, business listings. All chamber members are highlighted in purple. It's just a really cool book. So this was a fruit of labor during Chili Fest too. So perfecting this process while we're putting Chili Fest together, I thought we were all going to die, but we made it. We made it.
I love a free community guide.
Yeah,
right there.
these are available online. We have this on our website too. You can look at the flip book if you want the digital version to kind of look through, but it's really cool.
But physical copies over at the
Physical
chamber.
copies, we have them.
Awesome.
Those got delivered Friday of Chili Fest to that poor FedEx guy.
Oh,
Thanks,
sure. Oh
FedEx.
my goodness. Yeah, that'll be a heavy delivery
Boxes
right
and
there.
boxes.
Tell us who can benefit. Random citizens out there that want to get
Anybody,
that.
yeah, new to the area, benefits like people that are just looking for phone numbers.
Yeah.
If you want to learn about restaurants, if you want to learn who's a chamber member, I mean, it's very beneficial.
Totally.
When you look at these books too, I learned a lot about these books when I first started working at the chamber, and they're a sales tool too for
Sure.
salespeople.
Absolutely.
It lists households, like when did you buy, what are your taxes, all these things. Believe it or not, they have the data for all this. And it's funny because you think that your data is not listed somewhere, it's listed everywhere.
Yeah. We learned that the hard way when we Google ourselves on.
Very
Google
true. Back in the
ourselves,
day
whatever.
when we used to have that, I'm going to have my phone number enlisted. Those days are gone.
Oh yeah.
Because
It's all
somebody
out there.
published it somewhere. So we have these available for anybody. Local businesses, maps, residential information, business information. It's just a cool thing. Something we've always done, but we all just decided to do it different. So we partnered with Matt Hart with Christian County Economic Development and the chamber to produce this. So it's this book. We got
Perfect.
it. Where you roll. That's how I was able to find your phone number. I hope it was right.
Hefty community guidebooks out at the chamber. That is awesome. We got Linda Allen, Executive Director of that chamber. Let's talk Halloween a little bit.
We got a cool thing coming up. So this amazing, awesome poster. I don't know if you can see it.
That is amazing and awesome.
So a few years back, me and Marcia Neal from downtown Taylorville were talking about the idea of bringing the Halloween parade back. So that was something my kids got to have when they were kids. And like, it was just a fun event. And Sertoma actually put that on for many years, and they kind of decided to stop doing it some years back. So we were talking and we said, what if we brought it back and just see if we can't get somebody that you entice someone who's crazy about Halloween to go, I want to take that on. And it happened. It happened. So the first couple of years, me and Marcia would just line up and we would bring all the people up to the square to Miss Adrienne Frizzo. So she is nuts about Halloween. She is great at this. She is our chairperson. So she's going to be the one that is handling all this. So we're going to start lining up at 5 o'clock over at IJ's parking lot on the, I wish I could say streets, but I'm bad about streets. We're going to march up to the square. We're going to go right up to the courthouse, and then there's going to be a judging contest. So it's a promenade, and it's first and second and third places for different categories. We have best group, prettiest, and most original, and scariest. You can only place in one group.
Okay.
You can't compete in all the groups.
For the prettiest category, and I was reading this earlier, are we talking like prettiest costume, prettiest delivery? I mean, men, women, how pretty?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Very
the judges
subjective.
will decide that. She'll have judges up there. Yep, they're going to critique all those
That'll be
things.
awesome.
And yes, it's going to be fun. So thank you, Adrienne, for taking this from me and Marcia, because me and Marcia have talked about this. We don't really have little kids anymore. We
Yeah.
want somebody that has the vim and vigor for it, and she does. So
Absolutely.
that's what we've done.
Awesome. Please just remind us of that partnership one more time, of the name of the person that's really
Adrienne
spearheading this.
Frizzo.
Frizzo, okay. And
Adrienne Frizzo.
you got kids and your local
She's
person
got
with
kids, and she's got a love for Halloween.
Awesome.
Her house is wildly decorated. I mean, it's just kind of like she saw what we were doing, and that's what we were hoping to attract.
Cool.
And we did it.
And a home that is highly decorated. There is a special feature
is
out
a
there for
feature.
those people. If you got decorations, what can you do?
We had this idea, and it just started as we were like driving all of us to work one morning, and you look around, you see how people are just going all out now. Like they're just, it's like Christmas at Halloween, but it's Halloween at Christmas. And we thought, wouldn't it be really neat to showcase and feature this, somehow make it a contest. And so there it was out there, and people are starting to really participate in that. There's going to be prizes. Will Franch is going to be sponsoring the prizes. You're going to upload your pictures, preferably probably at night when it's all lit up, or if you got a scary daytime one, do it that way too. So then we'll be judging that based off of the likes on the pictures on Facebook, and then we'll be awarding those closer to the date. It was just a concept idea that we just said, wouldn't this be a great idea? But there it was. And it's a great idea. So I love to see it. Andrew was talking about the house, the Beetlejuice house.
Yes.
Yeah. So
familiar.
that's how we're starting to talk about things now, like the Beetlejuice house around the corner of Vine and Shumway.
Yeah.
I mean, they went all out.
The big
really
skeleton house, whoever's got that giant skeleton. Just here on Park Street, we got a ton of really
really
good
neat to
applicants
see.
right there.
And thank God, because like the kids need that kind of thing. Families love to do that. I don't really have anything out yet.
That kind of stuff creates tradition. And
But
we're
that
so
goes
happy
back
see
to
it.
again, I don't have little kids anymore, so we need to hand it over to people that do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm glad to have those people spearheading this type
Yes.
of thing. Linda Allen, we got a minute left in this morning show. What else can we work
We got
on?
another thing coming up. We did something weird with our after hours.
Okay.
We moved it toward the end of the month. We kind of wanted to incorporate it into like a Halloween dress up kind of after hours. So the date that we ended up selecting is going to be on October 28th, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. We're going to do it at Legendary. Where actually this is Legendary and the Breeze Courier are co-hosting this event. So it is, I believe it said, it's time to get the party started in drop dead gorgeous style. Eat, drink, and be scary. No tricks, just treats. Broom parking available. Mischief mandatory and costumes optional.
Love it.
Yes. So we invite everyone to come out. We've sent this out a few times. We're happy to partner with them. I think it's a great partnership. It's going to be fun. And then you get to wear your costume several times.
Absolutely.
It's just another reason to wear your costume.
Absolutely. And then you might even have to pick out your second and third costumes.
I know.
Some people plan for that kind of thing. Linda Allen, we can go to Facebook to find that kind of stuff.
Yes, you go
Business
right to
After Hours.
Facebook, go to our Facebook page.
Awesome.
All this is out there. I'm going to start putting these posters on. I'm going to leave these here with you. You can maybe put them on your door.
Absolutely.
We got all kinds of things. You can come to the chamber and get a hold of this book.
Cool.
Lots of things. You can go to Sparklight's page and see what Andrew's got going on.
Awesome.
Check out that app.
Totally out of time here. Linda Allen with the Chamber, Andrew Shelby with Sparklight. Thank you both for being
Thank
here.
you for having us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Linda Allen's the executive
My pleasure.
director of that Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce, and Andrew Shelby is manager of field operations at Sparklight in Taylorville. Great way to start this day of WTIM Morning Show. You're listening to WTIM, your information station.
Now, Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 C.